So we are going to share with you some of your questions and hopefully answer them. Some of them get a little personal, but that's okay.
That's okay. When did the idea of traveling full-time come to you?
How did your children take the news that you were going to be full-timing and selling your sticks and bricks? What did you do before full-timing? Do you have a remote job now?
Is there anything you would have done different starting out versus now? Do you still have a stick and bricks as a future base or set plan of when your travels will come off the road?
He says, why an 18-wheeler truck?
Why not?
This is a long one.
Yeah.
How limiting is that with regard to where you can stay? What's the miles per gallon? Does the config limit where you can go? Okay, I would like to know where you guys met and what is the number one thing you like about the other person?
3, 2, 1, action.
Well, we made a short trip to Spokane to have my colonoscopy done.
Yay!
So if anybody tells you you can't prep for a colonoscopy in an RV, they're incorrect, because I did it.
Well, yeah, and I did it too.
You did it a few years back.
A few years back, so you can do it.
So I'm good for another 10 years, according to the doctor. But that's why that's one of the main reasons we came back to Spokane, was for my colonoscopy. And everything turned out fine. We got to see my mom and dad. We got to see the grandkids. We got to see our son. Had a good time.
And our daughter.
Watch a little bit of baseball.
Yeah.
So we put together a Q&A video, and part one was last week. By the time I got it edited, it was into almost an hour. And that's just, I don't like putting out videos.
And that wasn't even all of the questions either.
I don't like putting out videos that are that long. So we cut it into two parts. Part one was last week. Part two comes up this week. Last week was more of our personal stuff.
Yeah.
Part two has more generic questions about the lifestyle and the truck and the fifth wheel and so on and so forth, and how we travel. So we're going to show you part two here in a second, but before we get too far, we need to thank our sponsor, RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding.
Do you realize we spend a third of our lives sleeping? And you can put all the cute little bears and the pretty pillows on your mattress, but if your mattress is sucky, it doesn't change the fact that it's sucky. We've been sleeping in our mattress for over 2 years now, and we have the Aurora Lux with special cooling technology, and we absolutely love it. It has a 10-year warranty, and it comes with a 120-night sleep trial, and it's free for shipping. It comes in a box, it's vacuum sealed, and instead of having to bring this big, huge mattress up and try to get it between the door, comes small. You open it up and it expands, and you're sleeping on your mattress that night.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just telling everybody how much we love our mattress.
Oh, and the camera's rolling.
And the camera's rolling.
Okay.
So sit down and relax
All right.
on our wonderful bed.
So did you tell them that RVmattress.com has been a sponsor for our channel for over 2 years?
I don't think I said that, but we've had our bed for over 2 years, and it's amazing.
Yeah. In fact, we love it so much, we even put one in the truck.
We did. Yes. So don't forget that the semi-trucks have the bed in the back.
Yeah, we put it in the bunk of our truck, and just been extremely, extremely happy. Yeah. And a lot of you have purchased the mattress from Brooklyn Bedding through our special link. And we even got a couple of posts on our Facebook community page.
We did, that you guys love it.
Yeah.
We're so happy.
Yeah, so I hope you love it as much as we do.
Yeah.
The responses we've got back from many of you are just absolutely outstanding.
Well, it makes us feel really good because we really think this product is amazing, and we just want you to enjoy it too.
Yeah. So they have Brooklyn Bedding is a mattress manufacturer located in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where their manufacturing facility is right there in Phoenix in the good old USA.
Mm-hmm.
And they offer different types and styles and sizes of mattresses to fit your every needs, whether it's for your home, your sticks and bricks, your RV, or even your semi-truck, huh?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been really happy with them. So, since they are a sponsor for our channel and have been for over 2 years, they offer a special discount for our community. So if you go to rvmattress.com/sweet travels, you're going to get 25% off your new mattress.
Wow, we really enjoy doing that Q&A. And if you'd like to see it in the future, let us know. But all your questions, and it was just really a fun thing.
Yeah, we asked your guys to give us your questions, and man, you came up with some really good ones. So
We did.
here's part 2 of our Q&A. Shelly says, Jim and Kelly, my husband wanted to know if you could upgrade or change any part of your rig, what would it be? Well, I'm going to guess the rig as a whole, truck and trailer, we love the Western Star.
Yes.
We absolutely love the Western Star. And I thought I wanted a workstation in the back. We just have the double bunk set up. But after traveling, I don't see any need for that.
No need for it.
No. But the Western Star is absolutely awesome. The fifth wheel, we've done about every upgrade we can possibly think of on it. The only thing that I might do different is I might put a few more solar panels on the roof.
Yeah.
But we're getting by, and we do a lot of boondocking, and it seems to be working for us. Lori says, love you guys and appreciate you sharing your travels with us. Love the few videos that Kelly has shared on cooking. Would love to see more. Also, through your travels, have there been any things that have come up that you didn't plan for when you first started your travels?
And I'm looking for recipes. I've had a lot of people ask me about cooking, and I'm going to. It's just, I've got to do it.
And part of the thing that we try to do on her cooking videos is, as we travel, and if you guys have been around very long, when we're going from point A to point B, we'll do a lot of overnights in Walmarts and Cabela's and different places, different parking lots and boondocking. And she likes to make a casserole and then put it in the refrigerator in different sized containers so that when we get to our destination, we don't have to go through, and she doesn't have to cook. We don't have to start up the stove. We don't have to, all we have to do is throw it in the microwave.
Throw it in the microwave and it's ready. Yeah.
So those are the kind of cooking videos that she likes to do. And yeah, we need to do more.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of requests.
They'll be coming.
Yeah. As far as travels, have there been any things that have come up that you didn't plan for when you first started your travels? Gosh, I don't think so.
No.
And you guys know us enough. You've been around long enough, most of you. We put it in God's hands. That's why we travel. Our travel plans are made in Jello, and we put it in God's hands. Wherever God wants us to be, we'll go. I mean, don't get me wrong. We don't.
We're perfect.
Yeah.
We don't get upset when we blow tires or, lose.
Stuff's going to happen.
Yeah. And then you just kind of, okay, you know what? This is okay. It's not going to change the world as we know it. It's okay. We can get it fixed. It's good.
Yeah, when we set up our travel, we choose where we want to go or where we're going to meet friends where we go. And then we just kind of lay it out. And it's worked very well for us.
Yeah. Things happen.
Yep. Okay, Jerry says, question about your residency in South Dakota, purchasing land in Montana, and healthcare in Washington, along with insurance. Boy, that's a really good question. So if you don't know, if you're not aware, there are 3 states in the country that are full-time RV friendly. One is South Dakota, second is Texas, and the third is Florida. What those 3 have in common is none of them have state income taxes. They all have mail forwarding services that are convenient and friendly for full-time RVers. And so when we first started, we we changed our residency from Washington State over to South Dakota. Main reason was for mail forwarding services. They have some. They've just got. I mean, it's a dream. It really is a dream.
Yeah.
So that's how we get our mail on the road. Is it all goes to our mail service in South Dakota, and then when we need to have mail forwarded to us, we can have it forwarded to wherever we are in the country, and it works very, very well.
And we do that every 4 months.
Yeah.
We've gotten our mail down towards just nothing.
Yeah. We did sign an affidavit with South Dakota stating that that we understood their laws and their rules, and that we had every intention to come back to South Dakota when we were done full timing. And now that we have expanded out a little bit, we have our RV lots here in Montana. But the residency issue is a big thing, because if you stay, as I understand it, and I'm not a legal analyst, but as I understand it, if you stay in a location for more than 6 months, that state can claim you as a resident. So if you do over 6 months in California, California is probably going to come after you and have you license your vehicles in California, pay California state income tax, and everything that goes with that. Same with New York and some of the higher tax states. South Dakota has been very convenient for us. Our lot in Montana, we don't stay 6 months here at the lot. We kind of bounce back and forth. We use this as our jump off place. So we really can't use Montana as a personal residence. And then our insurance. So our insurance is set up in South Dakota on our vehicles, and it's kind of pricey, but I mean, it is what it is, right? You do what you have to do. As far as doctors and dentists are concerned, I retired as a federal employee. I was blessed to be able to have my health insurance follow me into retirement. Not everybody is that fortunate, and so our medical insurance is good nationwide. And then when we both went on Medicare, that changed the whole thing. So
oh my gosh,
Medicare is nationwide as well, and so. My retiree insurance became our secondary, and it's just been wonderful.
And we won't get rid of that.
No. So I hope that answered your question, Jerry. Beth Holmes says, I'm curious about insurance. What insurance do you carry on the RV and the truck? Do you have something like AAA towing package in addition to your insurance? So we actually, with the HDT, there are a lot of insurance companies that do not understand the heavy duty truck issue. And that's a whole nother gamut. But short story is, our truck is a private truck. It's insured as a private truck. It's not a commercial truck. The insurance that we go through is a company out of Lake Oswego, Oregon, called Miller Insurance Company. They're an independent agent. They can write to multiple companies. They currently have us with Progressive, and Progressive needed pictures of the truck and the trailer to verify that we did not have a commercial hitch on it, that we had a fifth wheel hitch on it, and they require us to insure both the truck and the trailer together on the same policy. So it can be kind of tricky, and a lot of agents and a lot of companies don't understand the HDT issue, but that's how we handle that. We have a roadside emergency service package with Family Motor Coach Association, FMCA. I think it costs us $160 a year, and we haven't had to use it yet, but no. It's good insurance. Nancy asks, and this is a tough one, guys. I'm going to tell you right up front. My question for a future video, I'm in round numbers, what's your cost of living expenses traveling versus owning a home and traveling a couple of weeks a year? So, and she also asked, where do you have your snail mail sent to? So we have our snail mail sent to our mail service in South Dakota, and then we have it forwarded to wherever we're at. As far as cost of living, we've said this a couple of times, and I'm going to go into round numbers. So we budget $900 a month for RV parks, and we rarely use that, but that's what we budget. We budget $450 a month for fuel, and we can go over that, but at whatever we don't use, for instance, in the month of May, we'll push that into May, June, and increase that. And so we've been pulling for that from that ever since fuel prices went up. We budget about approximately $500 to $600 a month for food, and gosh, and we just upgraded that, by the way. Inflation has been nuts.
Yeah, $200 doesn't get you much anymore.
Yeah, but I will tell you that we don't eat out much.
No.
Eating out, we've said this a number of times, eating out is our budget buster. I mean, when to go to, and I'm just gonna like fast food, McDonald's. It costs us $25 to go to McDonald's.
Yeah,
for goodness sakes.
That was the last time we went, and we're not going to go back.
So we try not to eat out unless it's a special occasion for family birthdays or friends' birthdays, or we get together with friends when we're mooch talking.
Or if we're at Costco.
Yeah,
That's cheap.
yeah.
Okay, Jerry Carl asks, I have a question. Other than the challenge of driving the current rig, why not a Super C and a stacker trailer? Wouldn't the convenience of an attached living area trump the detached trailer? Just curious, as we are currently have a gas Class A, but are looking at a Super C.
Great question. We have some really good friends in San Antonio that have a Super C. And we looked at Super Cs and we looked at Class A diesel pushers when we looked at our fifth wheel, but we did not look at the high-end Super Cs. And to be quite honest with you, most of the Super Cs are built on the M2 Freightliner chassis with 350 horse, and that just isn't enough horsepower for us. So in order for us to go to a Super C, and we've considered it, and we wouldn't say no, but we just haven't had the right one jump in front of us. But we would only go with a Renegade or a
Show
hauler as a Super C, because we like the build quality. They're built on a Class 8 truck instead of a Class 6 truck. They have 500 plus, 600 plus horsepower. That's the only time that we would go to a Super C, and they're priced way out of our budget at this point, and so.
But hey, if God drops in our lap,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, Jerry, that we would love to have a Super C. Okay, Ron says, hello, and first of all, thank you for sharing your lives with us every Thursday. Watching your travels has really helped us with ours. We're full-timers, putting a 41-foot toy hauler with a gross vehicle weight of 22.5. I currently have a 1-ton dually, but would feel better with an HDT. Here's my question, finding and the cost of an HDT. I've looked online at a lot of HDT and talked with some of the builders online, but it seems like most of them want your arm and throw in a leg for the cost of the rig and the build to make it into an RV hauler with a nice bed. Any suggestions on how to find and purchase an HDT? Thank you. Yeah, HDTs aren't cheap. But if you go to some friends of ours, Aaron and Tina Jones, had a YouTube channel called Jones Into Travel. And if you go back, he has a playlist, Aaron has a playlist of how they found their HDT, and then he built his bed himself. There are some, it depends on how nice of a bed you want, guys. I'm sorry, Ron. It depends on how nice of a bed you want. If all you want is a flat bed with a rub rail to put a drum box on or haul a car on, you can have that done for $8,000, less than 10, I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. We know a couple of builders that will do it for that. But you're not going to have a whole lot of the boxes and the bells and whistles that go along with the high-end bed. You're right. There are some really nice beds out there, but they are high-end, and I agree with you. So you might take a look. If you're not a member of the Facebook HDT RVing community, I think it is, you need to go there. HDTs for Sale is another one on Facebook that you can go look. You can get one already ready built. And I've seen probably 10 of them in the last 3 months go on the marketplace. So, you might check out Facebook and do a search on HDT and find out what you can discover. So Jeannie says, how do you insure the HDT? Do you get jury duty being a South Dakota resident? So, Jeannie, we've never been summoned for jury duty. We have some friends that have. So we don't have any experience with that. Stay tuned. Who knows? We might. And we talked about how we insure the HDT earlier. Randy Stevens says, why don't you guys ever come to the Southeast like Georgia, South Carolina, or even the coast? Be nice to see you there. Randy, we were there 4 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah, it's about 4 years ago.
4 years ago, we made a trip from South Texas into the Florida Panhandle, up the Carolinas, and into Washington, D.C. We did clip part of Georgia there, the Georgia coast. We made it to Savannah and a couple other places. Loved it. We even went up into Pennsylvania and saw some of the Civil War history and that sort of thing. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
We'll be back. I'm gonna. So here's why we travel the way we do. This is probably a good time to put that out there, huh?
Yeah.
We snowbird, and when we snowbird, we try to stay over or south of I-10. In the summertime, we have our RV lot here in Montana, and we come back west. My mom and dad are still very healthy and living in Spokane. Well, my dad turns 91 this year. My mom turns 88. But they're still in good health. They still have their home, but you just never know. You just never know. And we don't want to go through that issue of, gosh, I wish I had, I wish I'd spent more time. I wish I'd have helped them with this. I wish I'd have, we don't want to do that. And so, I mean, all of our days are numbered. And as I say, there's no indication, because they're both very, very healthy.
Yes.
And very stubborn sometimes.
Very, very stubborn.
But we try to stay out west, and that's what's keeping us out west. Someday we'll start exploring a little bit more, and we actually have got some conversations going on right now with another couple that we want to tour the East Coast. And if we don't do it this year, we'll probably do it next year. So Stay tuned. We'll be there. I hope that answers your question, Randy. So 1957 Shutterbug says, any plans to do Alaska? As we stated earlier, we've done Alaska a number of times. Used to live there.
Yeah.
Would we like to go back? Yeah, I don't know.
I would. He's not too sure.
Alaska's changed. We used to live there. We were residents, and
in the early 80s when it was the true Alaska.
Yeah, when it was truly the last frontier, and it's not anymore.
No.
I mean, every place changes, and I mean, it's beautiful scenery, but we can get the same scenery in Glacier or the Canadian Rockies. We just, I don't know. Stay tuned. Who knows? We might do it someday.
Wendy.
So Wendy says, can't wait to see how your new lot takes shape. My question is, if you wanted to spend the winter at your lot in Shyrock, say for snowmobiling, are you allowed to, or do they shut down the whole thing during that time? You want to take that, or you want me to?
It doesn't matter. And no, we would not stay here in the winter. We're just not snow people anymore. This is why we do, another reason why we travel like this. They do allow a handful of families to come here.
Up to 10% of the lot owners.
Yes. And then every year, people will change. It's not one person every year. They're going to let everybody have a chance if they want to. But yeah, so that's it. Handful of people, and it's good for security for the wintertime. But we personally, I don't see us ever staying here in the wintertime. But never say never, you never know. But
yeah, they will let up to 10% of the lot owners stay. And last year, they had a couple of weeks of below zero weather, and some of the people that stayed really got socked.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was really cold.
Yeah, but so that's, they technically Shyrock is open from, I believe it's April 1st until November 30th.
Yeah.
And the winter months are by invitation only. Gigi Williams says, I would like to know what the taxes are on your RV property in Montana. We're thinking about finding a piece of property in Montana. Gigi, I can only speak to our particular county. We're in Mineral County, and every county is going to be a little bit different. On our half-acre lot with 2 pads and a shed, our taxes were a little over $700 a year. So I hope that helps you. We don't have any improvements on the lot other than the shed and the RV pad. Okay, we're going to our backup plan. Our main camera kind of bit the dust, and so we've only got a few more questions to go here, and then we're going to wrap this one up. So what do you got from
Doris Hosmer? Safe travels, enjoy family, Big Red. Other than Sweet Tea, does your rig and smart car have names? We call Little Red. The smart car we usually call Little Red. But our home, no. I just don't see a name for that.
No. We have some friends that have named their rigs. Our friends Neil and Dawn have named their fifth wheel Faith. Cat and Bubba, their truck was named Grace. It's just something we never have done.
I know. I just felt weird doing it. Not that it's weird for anybody else, but I just personally, it's home.
Yeah.
Larry Yeager, do you follow any other YouTube channels? If so, which one? Sad you won't be at the West Coast Rally, finally putting the finishing touches on my bed, done next week. Yay, Larry. I don't watch RV
Be
channels.
honest.
I don't watch RV channels. Oh, KYD, Keep Your Daydream. I love them. They're just precious. Anyway, I watch a lot of Alaska videos, farming videos, Cosmopolitan Cornbread, This Alaska Life, and Home Free Alaska. That's my way of getting to can through somebody else.
Yeah, as she mentioned, KYD, I mean, they're top notch. They're the number one in the book. If I need inspiration, I'll go watch KYD. We watch some really good friends of ours soaring together.
Yes.
They're wonderful people.
Yes, they are.
And we love them to death. We watch Wayward Wags. We watch some of Switch It Up. Although when they went with their big rig, they started charging for some of their videos, and we haven't.
We don't pay for that. We're cheap.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we love you guys, but we're cheap. Yeah.
You know, we see enough YouTube of ourselves, and so we really don't watch a lot of YouTube. We're big movie fans. But I hope, does that answer your question?
And another thing is that when you start looking at other people's other RV channels, you can't get a fresh idea in your head. You just see what they've done, and you don't want to copy other people's stuff. So.
Oh, and I gotta throw a shout out for Karen and Dave, Watts on Wheels.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're very good friends of ours, so I gotta throw a shout out for them because they're
awesome.
Yeah, we watch them as well.
Yeah.
I can't think of off the top of my head. I wish I'd have made a list.
I know. I'm trying to think.
I personally like to watch YouTube for instruction and hints and tips on photography and videography and that sort of thing. So
yeah, Peter McKinnon.
Yeah, Peter McKinnon he's an amazing creator.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, and then I watch some off-road channels as well. So
yeah.
What else you got?
All right, let's see. Tina Knight Williams. Would you be willing to include some cooking in your videos? I get it, guys. I get it. I will cook, I promise. Yes, I will do that. I gotta just figure out what I want to do.
All right.
So that was it?
I think that's plenty.
Yes, I think
that's plenty for round one. What did you guys think of this? We'd really like to know. This is a first for us, and you know, we've put some together in the past a long time ago, 4 or 5 years ago. We put some together, but this is kind of special because we get to take your questions, and we asked you and you guys delivered. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
Hopefully this was entertaining for you. I don't know. You guys will let us know, but let us know if you want us to do some stuff like this in the future, because you know, we're all for it. It's kind of fun to share our backstory and share our equipment and some of our adventures.
Yeah.
Again, this lot is absolutely amazing. We are so excited.
I thought we would find elk going through, but we've just seen friends walk through.
We've seen friends walk through. We're gonna do a video here, hopefully shortly, with Danielle on our lot and kind of show you guys how it looks in the rough.
And what our plans are.
And what our plans are.
Yeah.
We've got some big plans for this place, and we're really excited. And we're excited to have you guys come along. Again, we can't tell you how much we love this community. You guys are just awesome. You're outstanding, and when
You're
we
kind and
Yeah.
sweet. We so appreciate
and
it
very
all.
very supportive, and we don't do this for an income, guys, because
You
YouTube doesn't.
can't get rich on it.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't pay that well.
No.
But
Unless we have a million subscribers.
Yeah,
We're
and
far from that.
that's not going to happen.
No.
But we do love you guys, and we really appreciate you coming along, and we can't thank you enough for sending in these questions. So we're going to wrap this one up from Superior, Montana.
It all starts with an idea.
Take those ideas, turn them into reality, make some memories, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.